I want to talk now about diagramming gerunds and gerund phrases. So you might want to familiarize yourself first with what those gerunds are in one of the other videos. Now, let's take a sentence. Walking alone at night can be scary. All right. Now, we first, to get oriented in the sentence, we say, well, what's the subject-verb combination? And the verb is can be. And if we ask what can be scary, it's walking alone at night. And we know that subjects are nouns or function as nouns, and that clues us into walking's being a noun. And if it's an ing form of the verb that's acting as a noun, then in fact it isn't a verb anymore, it's a gerund. So walking is going to be our gerund. Well, let's first diagram the parts that we already know. So here's our baseline. Right, and let's put the indication of the break between subject and verb. So here's the verb, can be, and scary would be a subjective complement. Scary is just an adjective there. Now, to diagram gerunds, we need to draw pedestals. And the pedestal for a gerund looks like this. We go up, and draw a new baseline, and we make a little step here at the left side of the baseline. And we write our gerund this way, on the diagonal, going from the start of the step there, from the top of the step, down to the baseline. Okay, and now, so there's walking. Now what we've got diagrammed is walking can be scary. So alone is an adverb. Walking how? Well, walking alone. So we would descend from the walking's baseline here. It's as though it's a new sentence going on here. So we've got alone, adverbially descending from walking, and at night is a prepositional phrase, also adverbial, walking when. At night. So, at night. So that would be the diagram for walking alone at night can be scary. And what we would say here is that the gerund phrase, that is the gerund and everything that modifies the gerund, is walking alone at night. So if we were to just grab this pedestal and carry it around like a protest sign, we'd be carrying around something that said walking alone at night. And that's our whole phrase. Now let's look at some other things that we could add here. Walking, let's suppose that we're walking a dog alone at night can be scary. Now the only thing we've done here is add a dog. Now, walking, as it is a gerund and as it is a verbal, can do things that verbs can do. So, for example, it can have direct objects. Walking what? Walking a dog. So we handle it just as we would if it were actually a verb, like I am walking the dog. That is to say, we put a line ascending from the baseline, from our new baseline. Notice I've drawn it to the right of this at night. The at night is modifying walking. All right, so we don't want to put this direct object line over here, because then at night would appear to be modifying dog. As you see here, nothing is modifying dog yet, but we have to add the A, so we could add that right there. Notice it is descending from dog, that is from the right of this direct object line. So then if we said walking a big dog, then we would just add big here. Things are getting a little crowded here in this diagram. So now we have walking a big dog alone at night can be scary. So the main new thing that we see here is that this is how you diagram gerunds. And it's the same principle for all the verbal phrases. They can all be on these pedestals, and they can all have direct objects, indirect objects. They can do all the things that regular verbs can do, but of course they're not verbs, they are verbals. And notice here that again, if we grabbed the pedestal and we waved it around, now the gerund phrase isn't merely walking alone at night, it's walking a big dog alone at night. So that is the gerund phrase, and that is the complete subject of can be in this sentence.